Hi buddy, welcome to another update on the Nomad pack with me, Sid. Yeah, we're just here in the world. Obviously, I'm not streaming tonight. Work is still absolutely manic. So we're in a world. I should actually probably just clear my my map before we start. And come on, might take a few moments. What's the problem? Come on, don't you be mucking me around, map. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of the maps are getting quite large, so because I've been doing a lot of exploring to try and find out what we got now. That's just a little village one. This over there, I want you to see, just observe this. This is a particular ruin. This is the cursed village. And those, what we actually saw very briefly then was this was covered in command blocks, and when it spawns in, it runs those command blocks, which currently shows as object summoned. Yeah. And this was from a pack. It's not one of my ruins, but it basically spawns in a destroyed village, which, you know, is there. And hello, little fella. What's that? That wall. All right. Yeah. So, and he actually died dropping a name tag and an emerald, eh? Cool. I don't know why. Anyway, so where are we with the pack? So the ruins are done, as much as I can tell. I've spawned new worlds. I've flown around. Ruins are appearing. In this pack, often a little bit too frequently. Sometimes as much as 3 in the same spot, but most of the time they're spawning in okay. So yeah, they're coming in and they're just, you know, you're getting this and you get the one ruin, and then you can go wild, and you know, you've got a bit wild before you get to the next one. So yeah, these seem to be working okay. Obviously, the proof of the pudding will become when I move it across to a pack that hasn't got a world editing and hasn't got any of the hacks that I put into, the configs I put in to test this out, because they're going to be slightly different. The loot is pretty good. We're getting a good mixture of loot. If you found this on a spawn in this, you'd be happy. Not the diamond, the iron. It's funny, the emphasis on this has changed quite dramatically. So, whoops, there you go, bog standard. Well, so yeah, that's the ruins. The ruins are there, 400 and odd ruins in the pack. You will get duplicates. There are some in here which are duplicating, and to be honest, it's not, I can't remember putting that one in. That's how many there are now. To be honest, you know, there's not. I could keep faffing around with that element of the ruins mod forever, and I'd probably still never be happy with it. So, you know, there comes a time where you have to sit there and say, nope, enough's enough, that's it. So put the ruins to bed. I'll do a final test of those when I move it over into the ruins mod over into the live environment, and we are now working on the tutorial, the HQM element of it. Oh, I don't remember leaving you in. Oh well. Normally I take those out, they don't rotate very well. And yeah, so, you know, we're getting the ruins coming in, they're spawning. Sometimes it's average. I mean, that is actually pretty good, because that's, if you imagine how much iron that is in this pack, that is a lot of iron. And similarly, that an anvil is not to be sniffed at in this pack, because it's a lot of iron. So if you find an anvil, you take it and you keep it and you treasure it, and you know, you tell it that you love it and everything, because it's the alternative to making an anvil with nuggets from survivalist mod. Yeah, it doesn't bear thinking about really. So I'm on the HQM element of it. I have got a logo. The logo's not rendering in the book yet, but I have got it. It's quite simple. If I remember, I will try and just pop it up on the screen about now. Oh, hello, I've not seen you spawn before. Getting excited. New ruins. But yeah, so we've got the HQM going. This is just one of the many ruins we've got out here. It is literally just an old ruined railway bridge. Yep, handy for the rails, of course. So, in terms of the questing, so I've got a logo to go there. Need to do a description, but we'll get there. And we have one quest tree at the moment, which is Survival of the Fittest. Survival of the Fittest is made up of 2 quest lines at the moment. That needs to be finished off. So we start off here, punch a tree. That tells you to go and, would you believe, punch a tree. We're going to go over onto here, and that needs a chopping block. Chopping block, you're going to make planks. Planks, you're going to make sticks, and then you get some choices of, you get given some wood, and you get a choice of some tools. Usual HQM stuff. Bit about cobble, how to do that. From there we branch off into water, so this is all about the water lines. From there you got the canteen, clean water, fruit juices, new item which is the rain collector, so that's in there. About the iron, how iron works and how it goes to nuggets and blah blah blah. And then for the other these are the ingots, then you get ores. These 2 drop whole ore blocks, and this goes asking for ingots, and you get given some choices from tinker's tools and things. This is all about keeping warm and cold, so you've got a campfire, hot environment survival, cold environment survival, which is all about building the armors and things. Then we're into the actual resistance potions for cold and heat, hot resistance. That's your cooling coil for hot environments. This is your heating coil, which will need to be done for cold environments, and then that takes you down to making a thermometer and a season clock, and the reward for that is a fairly hefty lifeblood crystal, because this costs quite a bit in diamonds and things, so you're going to have to work to get to that. Bearing in mind you will also have to have been to the nether to get to that. You're going to have to have all been very, very lucky finding something with quartz in the overworld, in the ruins. And nether wart in the overworld, and quite a few other things in the overworld. It's going to be quite the big quest. So that's that quest line. We're going to have a few more little quest lines in basic survival, and that is going to be, I've pulled together a list of items. So these, the clay bucket is going to go in there, the sleeping bag is going to go in there, and we're going to cover the survivalist drying rack and what you can do with that. There's going to be a section for storage, so that's going to cover rucksacks, the other backpacks, chest transporters, a bit about food, which is going to cover the spice of life stuff. That's a bit more survivalist things. That's an end game one. What else? God, there's so many things to cover in this. I don't want to blabber on too much, but I probably will do. Blab. I'm not going to cover much in the way of quarks. We'll probably cover the warp scroll. That's probably worth mentioning. And a few, maybe, I don't know. I see quark is really a quality of life mod for this one. It gives you features. The brewing side of things, probably not so much. I don't think there's anything really down there. And then we're into Adobe blocks. That's just again another quality of life building thing. Cooking for blockheads is almost certainly going to need a learning section, because that has changed big time. Probably need a new mod showcase actually. Crafting craft, maybe, maybe not. Cyclic, maybe, maybe not. Most of these are again optional. Bugs, definitely, because obviously the live stream has featured me and bugs and my strange passion for eating bugs. It's not real. I don't like eating bugs. Well, right, maybe when I was 4, or like, worms, the odd worm, but not for years. So yeah, the bugs certainly can get some things. Hello, little emerald block, you'll be handy. What else? There is the bugs, there's harvest craft, possibly, I don't know. Harvest craft is one of those things where people tend to know it, but I may put a quest in for some of these, like the large ploughman's lunch, or I don't know, you know, any of the dim sums or just something like, what's the usual one, the deluxe burger, you know, coleslaw burger, lovely. I can't look at Harvestcraft, makes me feel hungry. Progressive automation will possibly need one, I don't know on that one, because that is a real late game thing. And yeah, I'm also no expert on progressive automation. That is one that I'm not a huge amount on. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Reliquary will possibly need a little bit of an introduction, but I don't think not a lot of one there. Roots definitely will need some basics, but again, possibly just get the basics going to get to this, the runic tablet, because once you've got the runic tablet, if you've not seen Roots, the runic tablet is your manual. So, you know, rare materials, tells you all about the various things, you know, and you've got the various options, you know, your types of spell components and living tools, all this stuff in there. And again, I'm not an expert on this, so I'm going to be learning this as part of my playthrough, not so much writing it. So I might just go, here's Roots, there's a tablet, get on with it, because I don't want the HQM to be the be all and end all. I just want it to get you into the basics of mods, and then, you know, let the mod deal with it itself. Tinkers, again, maybe just the basics. V's craft, we could. Again, this is going to be very late game, because, you know, you're looking at metric crap ton of iron, another metric crap ton of iron, leather maybe, but that's not. And then you get a thing that allows you to fly very, very slowly. So there's a lot of iron in that. Bauble stuff, again, it will be late game if it is, because this requires a lot of pigman farming and stuff like that. Chisels and bits, I think quality of life. Nomadic tents definitely will want to get people into that one, so maybe want a quest line there, and ender bags will go into the carrying things. Camping mod, possibly. What's that? Hang on. Backpack with brown fur gives you a bigger. I didn't know there was that one. I'm gonna have to kill some bears. Yeah, it's killer bear time. Right, so yeah, that's where we're at. So if you, in terms of HQM, if you've got any suggestions on, you can see what other kind of thing I've done with this, where we've got, you know, very basic, let's get you through the first few days in terms of survival, because, you know, otherwise you're going to, if you treat this like you wouldn't treat a normal Minecraft game, and you go off and start punching the thing and start digging and don't pay any attention to the fact you've got a thirst meter or a temperature meter, you're going to die a lot, and you're going to be pissed off, and you're probably going to get annoyed and uninstall. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it so we keep it fairly quick, simple, not overly powerful in terms of rewards, leave some surprises as well. So, you know, if you're not expecting it, finding these guys, yeah, you actually just away from temples should be, you know, should be a surprise. You should go, whoa, what the hell's that guy doing away from a temple? Yeah, that's as surprised as you're going to get. But similarly, you know, why are the magma cubes in the desert? Why are blazers all over in the nether? Which is why I don't want to show you all these builds and where all the loot is hidden. It's going to ruin it a little bit for me in some respects, knowing where the loot's hidden, but that's fine. I can live with that. I'll act suitably surprised, I promise. Yeah, the other thing is, in terms of deployment of the pack, once we're ready, I've had an offer from Paisley Playfully, and for those of you who, some of you may remember Paisley Playfully, she played on, I'm trying to think, I think it was one of the mage servers very briefly, not the last mage server, possibly the mage server before that. Had some connection problems with her internet, and I think she went to visit P. I can't remember the exact thing, but there was issues, that connectivity issues, which meant that she couldn't play for long. But a name you'll often see banded floating around on the FTB forums, and presumably, yeah, the curse side of things. Well, Paisley is in works on the FTB side of things, approving third-party packs and helping third-party packs get approved for FTB and presumably the new curse launcher Yeah. Personal preferences, don't like it. But she's offered to help get this onto FTB, which will free me up a little bit once we get to the thing, because it is a bit of a ball ache getting things onto FTB. You know, you have to dot a lot of I's. Or actually, you have to, let's see if I have to, you have to tittle a lot of I's and tiston your T's. For those of you who aren't aware, the dot above an I and a J is a tittle. If you want his correct name, so when you put your dot on your I or your J, you're tittling it. And the cross through a T is a tiston. So there you go, tittle your I's and tiston your T's. Sorry, but yeah, so that's possibly the way we're going to go. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier with, you know, Paisley's help on that one. But before we do that, we need to obviously get the pack together, get the quests done, make sure the ruins things, make sure we've got all the relevant mod permissions, and oh hello, what are you? You're nice, you look very pretty. Oh, I know what you are, you're nothing special. But if you found that, you'd be laughing if you want a quartz, because of course, look what we got here, we got quartz. And this is I've got quark in it, so if I remember rightly, I think there is there not a way to take this back? I thought there was. Maybe there isn't. Oh, in which case you're still going to the nether for quartz. Sorry. Okay. Get rid of you. But yeah, so that's really where we are at the moment. We're just at the process of getting these quests done. I would like this is very touch and go whether I'll be able to do it, but I would like to have this ready to go before I go away to Mallorca I'm going away at the start of September for a week, just for a break in Mallorca. Yeah, we're not going to Egypt or anything fancy this time. We're just going for a week to one of the Spanish islands. So yeah, it'd be nice, a nice little break. But if I could get it done before then I could use this as the start of my holiday mini-series. Who knows? Possibly. But I think on that note, that's probably more or less it. We're getting there slowly, is the line. Hopefully within a week or two I might be able to do a bit more of a live stream again as well, because, you know, work might settle down. I sincerely hope it does, because it's quite hectic at the moment. But on that note, I think we'll call it a thing. That's the update on the state of play of the pack. And until next time, thank you for watching, guys. As always, suggestions, comments, feedback, ideas, you know, French toast recipes, whatever you want to stick down there in the comment. Oh, I'm just going to poison myself. Down there in the comments, yeah, put it down in the comment. Well, not whatever you want, you know, there are limits. But certainly, if you've got any good French toast recipes, I'm sure the wife will be very appreciative of those. She likes French toast. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.